So I don't really get, we get it. Okay, there we go. A Zoetic Glyph. Are we going to steal this? Are we going to steal this? Let's go. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of the Man and today we've got a juicer for you. Before we dig into the deck, make sure to leave a like. The button looks just like this and it helps out the channel tremendously. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dive right in here, and let's go ahead and get things first out the way. You'll see a little gleeful demolition here on the sideboard. I'll kind of get into that here in a second. Let's go ahead and dive into the core, the meat and potatoes of the deck. We got the Zoetic Glyph from Ixalan. Absolutely love that. So we're going to enchant an artifact, becomes a 5/4 golem creature in addition to his other types. That's cool and everything, but whenever it's put into the graveyard, now whenever the enchantment is, not the creature that you're animating or the artifact that you're animating, but you're going to be able to discover 3, which is just wonderful because you get that added value. Obviously this is a very, very fast deck. We are curving out at this bad boy, and then we also have Ensoul Artifact, a little bit less sexy because we don't get that discover, but it costs 1 less. So overall I still think these monstrous scissors are probably better, but we're running both of them. Obviously we're just trying to Ensoul, we're trying to animate all of our artifacts. Now what do we have for like a cheap artifacts? Well, we have a plethora of them. We've got the Diamond Pickaxe, indestructible. We've got the Darksteel Citadel, indestructible. We have the Gingerbrute, unblockable most of the time, unless they have haste, but most of the time it's going to be unblockable. Epicure, just because, you know, blood tokens are cool. Spyglass Siren, because that's cool. And we also have this little cutie pie. I like this thing a lot. Being able to sacrifice itself and drawing a card does come up a little bit often, and you can unearth it, which again, we are a fast deck, so having that ability to unearth it and just put a little bit extra aggro-ness into the deck is pretty good. There is that other one that like you can like replace your hand with. I think it's called like the Bowman or Carrier or something like that. I honestly prefer the little Combat Courier to this one, but we'll gotta get into that. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and just get into the Gleeful Demolition. I don't really like it that much. It is a cute trick to go for the Diamond Pickaxe and this Darksteel Citadel, and the only reason why I have this up here is because I'm actually redoing this whole entire intro, because initially I had 4 Gleeful Demolitions and I replaced them with 2 Spell Pierce and 2 Make Disappear. I think that the counter spells are just better in general, and we can have like the Insult, like the affinity for artifact, improvise, I think they're called, but I don't have that because again, we don't really spam the board with artifacts either. Like we're just trying to like ram our opponent's face in with just like a few big artifacts, so like we don't really like that either. So I think the Make Disappear and the Spell Pierce are better, and the Gleeful Demolition is more for like Convoke and going wide and buffing yourself up, because like it's just not that good, especially in Historic. You just have these little 1/1s. They're not really artifacts themselves either, so it's a cute trick with the Diamond Pickaxe and the Darksteel Citadel, but I went ahead and cut it. I don't like it. So if I'm wrong, hey, feel free to make your own copy and just go ahead and put them back in. It's a fun trick. I just don't like it. Okay, I talked enough about that. We got the Shrapnel Blast, deals 5 damage to any target, which is wonderful for just being able to pick off stuff. You can just use it for the Zoetic Glyph. You get some combos off that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the deck. It's an Izzet aggro deck. We're going to chop them off with Ensoul Artifact and the Zoetic Glyph. Absolutely love the design of this one. Consider joining the channel. That helped me out as a content creator, and I greatly appreciate that. Get ready to subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Pac-Man, how we doing here? How we doing here? Yeah, this looks like a keeper to me. Let's see. Where I remember Pac-Man. I think it was the Sega Genesis I would play on my grandmother's console when I go over her. Bless her little heart. That's the only thing she had to play, and I was so grateful to play it. So Pac-Man, Sega Genesis, how you doing? Alright, so that is going to be a mulligan. I saw that. So they can hit us with the Leyline of the Void. Let's give them a friendly mulligan hello. And well, I'm not really sure. Usually whenever I see the Leyline, I assume it's that like the Saint Traft, Geist of Saint Traft kind of deck, where they have like the Fragment Reality. But if they're just going for black, it might just be like a Leyline of the Void deck, and they just kind of want to have it out. Or it might just be Mono Black Devotion, so we'll see. But I got the Shrapnel Blast now. Let's see what we can do here. I think we might as well just put some damage on the board. Let's just go for Gingerbrute, and then probably going to go for the Epicure. And then turn 2 can kind of set up for the Blackstaff. But for now, I don't really want to go for the map token. There are certain times where I would go for the map token if we can't animate or Shrapnel Blast it, but we're definitely not going to be doing that right now. Let's see what you got. A common little removal spell. Let's see what they got. Oh, March of Wretched Sorrow. Okay, so I don't really love the life gain. It just is just 1. That could come in handy. It could be like we are an aggro deck, so that could be the be-all end-all. I'm gonna go ahead and stab myself here for 1 just for the Epicure. Go ahead and get a blood token out. the map token versus a blood token, which one do we typically prefer to kind of keep? Usually later in the game, I do prefer the blood token and the map token earlier in the game, but typically I don't really use the map token early anyway. Alright, well, we do have the Blackstaff, but the Blackstaff can't animate non-artifacts, so I think we're just going to go for the map token, because, like I said, the Blackstaff can't really hit token artifacts, unfortunately. So, Combat Courier, we're going to go ahead and, it is going to go away because of the Leyline of the Void, but yeah, definitely got a little too happy there, but it's okay. That thing, I really do like that thing, especially with all the Explorer stuff like that, and the Shrapnel Blast, we can blow it up, and I think at this point now, we're just going to use the blood token, just kind of get rid of our hand. Let's drop the Blackstaff of Waterdeep. Unfortunately, not really too much we can do with this. I'm only running one. Obviously, it is a legendary. So there is an off chance that we can just use it for like a Shrapnel Blast or just animate it itself. I'm not running Ornithopters in this deck. I don't really love the Ornithopters in this deck because we're not doing like affinity for artifacts. Like we don't really care about like our devotion, I guess you could call it, to artifacts. It doesn't really matter that much in this deck. We're just looking to kind of just be fast. So I'm gonna use the blood token here. I think we're gonna go for the Shrapnel Blast on the Waterdeep here. Well, now that we got the Siren, I think we can kind of maybe make a pivot. Should we just use? I know they have this Blast Zone, so I'm kind of upset about the Blast Zone, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I think we're just gonna. We don't really have a Waterdeep, so I think we're gonna keep the map token. So we don't have any use for it, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do that. Put the map token on the Epicure, kind of spread out our things here. Well, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I guess the Blast Zone's going to take us away anyway, so I guess we're going to go for Epicure. And let me fix up my hair here. It's a mess here. Fresh out of the, not fresh, I won't say fresh out of the shower. It's been a couple hours, but it's a little crazy right now. All right, so let's go for the Epicure. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I already know they're going to go for the Blast Zone. That's okay. I just know they are. And I guess a little hasty there, just because they're probably going to use it. They're probably going to use it right now, so probably should have swung in before they did that. So they would have to. So we would still have the Epicure. So it was a little bit too hasty on my part. So they all go bye-bye, and things are looking pretty bad. But we still got a Gingerbrute. See, they should have waited. So I made a misplay. They made a misplay. They should have waited because we have the Gingerbrute, and they could have got rid of the Gingerbrute as well, but they didn't. So I'll trade you a misplay for a misplay, my friend. Okay, so Gingerbrute, and that's okay. I mean, it's looking really, really bad, but of course, it is kind of asking for a lot, but if we draw into, like, an artifact and an animate thingy, like an Ensoul Artifact or a Glyph or something like that, could be looking good. If I do end up somehow just, like, being behind by one, I'll be kicking myself for dropping that thing too early. Okay, so we got a Darksteel Citadel. It could be worse. This is an artifact. So if we get one of our animation things, it's looking, like, pretty bad, but it's not impossible. We're gonna stick it through. We're gonna stick it through. This Hive of the Eye Tyrant is actually not that bad. We theoretically could still come back at a win. So the Diamond Pickaxe again. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I think we're still gonna have to find some sort of help here. These Hive of the Eye Tyrants actually don't hurt that much. I don't have a graveyard anyway, so I don't really. We get it. Okay, there we go. A Zoetic Glyph. There we go. Okay. Both of our things here have indestructible, and I can tell, okay, we already made one misplay. We dropped the Epicure a little bit too soon. Let's not make another one. The auto tapper wanted me to tap the Darksteel Citadel. No. Let's use the Darksteel Citadel, because worst case scenario, we can take the Diamond Pickaxe and then equip it for more treasure tokens. So that's just a little something I'd rather do. I don't know why the auto tapper wanted me to tap my Darksteel Citadel. No. That's not a good idea. Alright, so this is why, because now we go for the Diamond Pickaxe, and if they're planning on going for double Hive of the Eye Tyrant, now, I mean, it's indestructible anyway, but at least we get a treasure token out of it this way. You know, we're just slowly just trying to make some value here. Yep, so it's probably just going to chump block, that's fine. Still have another Hive of the Eye Tyrant, but this is not looking that bad. This was, I mean, I was like, I don't want to say close to a scoop. I mean, if there's a chance, I'll definitely play it out. But it was almost looking scoop-worthy. And now we're looking okay. This is indestructible. They can't go for the throat. Murderous Rider, because we're indestructible, we're just going to get around that. And we get a Zoetic Glyph. Are we going to steal this? Are we going to steal this? Let's go for the Glyph. And I guess we'll go for... should we go for the Axe or just go for the Treasure? We do get the Discovery on the back end. And if I swing in, then I can put the diamond pickaxe on that. Maybe I should just put it on the axe. But either way, if we end up taking this, I will be pretty flabbergasted. Yeah, I probably should just put it on the axe, man. It's okay. It's okay. If they don't have an answer, we literally just win. So we generate a treasure token. They're gonna block you. Okay, they have a lifelink. They have a lifelink. I just kidding. Just kidding. Yep. Okay, they get up to 2. Okay. I can't hold on to that I'm rusty to explore in historic forever. I mean, I definitely my first time playing anything like this, but again, can't use that excuse forever. We're gonna have to play through it. So definitely okay. Path of Peril. So we would have been able to keep the pickaxe, but it doesn't matter. They scoop it up. Let's go. Malt the Volds. How you doing here? All right, looking pretty good. As long as you have an artifact and something to animate it with, I'm gonna keep it every single time. So I think we should actually go for the Epicure, and then next turn we just go for the pickaxe, and then the Gingerbrute, because the Gingerbrute has haste, and then the Glyph. I think that's a good little 1-2-3 punch here. Again, we're being a tempo deck, so hopefully they just kind of don't drop anything. We got the Elvish Mystic. All right, not a big deal though. I think what we're gonna do now that I know that we're playing elves, I think I'm gonna go. I think the option is going to be able to go for Gingerbrute. Well, I'm going to swing in here. It's a little risky because they could block. I think our win condition is Gingerbrute. There's no way that so there's no way they do block. Even though I guess there was a way, I'd be kind of sad about it. But I'm going to go for the Zoetic Glyph and give it to Gingerbrute, and then just make it unblockable. So mono green elves plays a lot, and like angels and stuff like that plays a lot more differently than like any other deck because they don't really have like hard removal. I guess they could have like Besiege You or something like that, but like if we just put this on like the indestructible pickaxe is not the way to go. We want to put it on the Gingerbrute so that we can give it unblockable every single turn. That is exactly how. So now I'm glad I have the Gingerbrute. I'm gonna swing in here. Definitely gonna swing in, and I know that they flood the board. Like they're elves, they do what they do. They're gonna take the War Master. They're going to go super wide. They're gonna have like a bazillion 1/1s elves to block us with for eternity. So giving this to the Gingerbrute is gonna be way better than the pickaxe. Even though it's indestructible, it doesn't matter. We need the unblockable. And if they do have like a Besiege You or whatever, I mean, we still get the Discovery, so it's actually kind of nice. And they go for double War Master. Yeah, and this is definitely not that big of a deal. I don't think we'll chump block now. They're gonna probably pump up their board later. Yeah, I guess not. I guess we can kind of wait for their board to pump up because we know it's coming. I think we're obviously gonna use Gingerbrute to make it unblockable. And I think we're gonna use the Diamond Pickaxe because they have 11 life. I want to be able to get them down to lethal in 2 swings. Feels pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. And I guess we can use the Soaring City. I think it may be a little bit too passive, but I think we can use the Soaring City to just kind of hold still in case we like top deck a land, we need to like bounce something. Just in case they're running something super weird, I guess we'll just kind of keep it. Sure. But, I mean, like I said, we do have lethal here with the Gingerbrute. If they don't have an... I think they're going to be a little bit too slow to challenge us for lethal. I know that elves can get crazy. Like, they can definitely pop off quickly. But still 17 life with 2 chump blockers. I think they're going to have a hard time. So let's see what they want to do here. They got 2 War Masters. If they have enough mana generated, the War Masters can buff off their whole board. But if they don't have something with haste, I think the Gingerbrute's just going to slide right in. Alright, so they got the Elite. The Elite comes out to play. And here we go. So 2 or 3 1/1s? Yeah, see, exactly. This would have been a nightmare if we would have went with the pickaxe and just like indestructible. We're going to have to get over that. So Shaman of the Pack, they don't gain life. We just lose life. And this should be it. They are tapped out. This is 4, 5, 6. I guess I don't even really have to block. Like, do they have... No, I don't have to block here. And they know it, and the game is over. Let's go. Mox Squirrel. Dang, I haven't heard of that, Mox. That must be coming up in the newest set, Murders of Karlov Manor. So, how you doing, Mox Squirrely? I think we're just going to drop the Spyglass Siren. Yeah, I think most of the time I'd rather animate a map token than a blood token. So just dropping this and then just going for the Ensoul Artifact on the little map token seems pretty good to me. So let's see what we're going against. A tap land feels good. obviously being that we are a fast deck, let's just go ahead and install the artifact. And this is what we do. Let's take those big pair of scissors. I remember I played very, very recreationally. I think it was called Magic Origins. It was around that time, like 2015-ish, where Ensoul Artifact first came out. And again, I was not the Amalia. Okay, Amalia's fine. Yeah, I was not the player that I was now. I mean, not that I'm saying like but I at least play a lot more now. But I still remember Ensoul Artifact, so that it has a you know, a little part of my heart in it, in the Ensoul Artifact. So we're definitely gonna pay the 3 here, and a Zoetic Glyph. That is going to be perfectly. Because I'm gonna go for the Epicure. I would have been tempted otherwise to use the blood token on like one of my lands here, but now that I know I've got the glyph, and now that I know that I can animate the blood token, we're just gonna swing in. So, and yeah, we're definitely looking to just be as fast as humanly possible. So instead of going for Amalia, they're gonna go for the Gilded Goose instead. So let's see if they have like a little bit of a change here. So Amalia. The thing with this deck, this is actually what the Amalia, the Wild Growth Walker, and like the Life Gain deck, and then they just do that. So that's actually pretty cool. I actually did have Amalia. Well, let's see. I think we're just gonna swing all. Yeah, let's just. There's no reason to pull anything back. Sure. But yeah, I actually did get Amalia to go off in standard, not in Explorer or Historic. They go down to 1, which is nice. But yeah, I got it. I got Amalia to go up to 2020 in standard rather. It was just a really slow and grindy matchup. I think I posted it 2 days ago. It's the Orzhov Bat deck, or 3 days ago. I don't know. But yeah, really awesome card. Hopefully they don't use that combo on me. I already know what they're gonna do. They drop like a Prosperous Innkeeper and a Wild Growth Walker, and they just one turn kill you. It's actually like really crazy. So hopefully they don't have that, because if they do, the game is like effectively just over. Collected Company. Okay, so I guess they could if they get the right cards here. Was that just a whiff? Was that a whiff? That's a whiff! Oh no! Captain Kirk, how you doing here? What was that one commercial? Calling all captains. Was that Captain Kirk? I don't remember. What is... I don't know. Either way. Alright, so I don't... Okay, so I got the Reef. Yeah, that's fine. I was about to say, we have a Citadel and a Pathway, so we didn't exactly have any red sources, but now we do. We got some blue, we got some red, we're fine. Let's just go ahead and drop the Siren. It's going to be a little bit annoying dealing with this Reach creature. We'll figure out a way. So here comes, okay, Spelunking. Okay, so they got some cool stuff going on. Spelunking, I have mixed, it's like a mixed opinion. I think it's like pretty good, but it comes off of inconsistent to me. I don't know, every time I've been able to use it, it's been a little wonky. But, see, what we're going to do for our turn 2, I think we'll just get down this Darksteel Citadel, just in case we do want to animate with Ensoul Artifact. Next turn, the Zoetic Glyph is not going to be able to get it done. So I guess we'll just go for the Spyglass Siren. If we drop the Gingerbrute, it's going to get blocked anyway. So, Epicure, I guess we'll use it. I'm going to go and swing in. Maybe they forget the Grazer Glazer thingy has reach. They do not, unfortunately, so we're just going to bounce. It is what it is. Okay, I don't know exactly what we're playing against. I don't really know if I've ever played anything like this. It's just going to be kind of ramp. So, Deadly Dispute, 3 cards in hand, Wishclaw Talisman. I have not seen this card be used in a hot minute. It's been a long time. I think that was the original Eldraine that thing came in, right? Alright, so I got the Zoetic Glyph. I think we're just going to go ahead and just animate the map token, do what we do. I would like to put it on the Citadel, but that would mean that we're tapping out and can't swing with it, so I'd rather just do this. So let's go ahead and just swing all. Most likely they'll just bounce, take 5. It's fine. Bang, 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 big bang, and 2 bounces. So 15 to 20. And let's see what they're going to grab here with the Wishclaw Talisman. I'm a little nervous. So obviously this has to be some sort of like combo deck. So they give me the Wishclaw Talisman. I think this is actually not that bad. I'm going to probably just use it to Shrapnel Blast. And they go for a, Beseech the Mirror. This is one of those cards that is not very good in Standard, so let's see if it's good in Explore. Escape Shift. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so for one, again, I always say this, but like, whenever I play like older cards on Arena, Historic Explorer, I think we're gonna go ahead and give him a nice. But yeah, like I said, the animation there, I really do miss that. I understand why it's a lot of resources. It's probably not worth it for the dev team, I guess, I would assume. Just because none of the new cards have like any of those crazy animations, but I do miss them, and I do appreciate them. I wish Wizards would kind of bring those back. Okay, so they go for the Lotus Seal. They obviously have to sacrifice the 2 lands, but they do get to tap it in the meantime. And they're gonna go for this Roadside Reliquary, and they're gonna be able to Escape Shift again. Because they get the Beseech the Mirror. Okay, this is interesting. I think we're done, right? I'm just trying to think here. I mean, they have the Beseech the Mirror. I've never seen this before, so I'm definitely gonna let this play out. So Splendid Reclamation, return all land cards to your graveyard. Okay, with the Mystic Sanctuary, we're definitely locked up here. That is really cute. So the Gingerbread Cabin. Yeah, we're definitely toast. There's no way we're getting out of here. That is so much land, and they still have Escape Shift as well. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna wait it all out. They got the Mastermind's Acquisition. They got this whole thingy now. I think I'll probably edit this. It's just cause Banefire to kill me. Oh my god, well that was pretty cool. Peatstergram. Okay, so we got not Instagram. Peatstergram. Okay, how you doing here, Peatstergram? I think I'm gonna go for Steam Vents. If I was playing like against like a mono red or something like that, and I was on the draw, I'd be a little bit more nervous for taking the 2. So I think we're just gonna do this. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Otherwise I would have went for a pathway, but we're on the play, baby. We're just trying to speed. We got the Zoetic Glyph, we got the Waterdeep. I think we'll be okay. Alright, so they shocked themselves in for the Sacred Foundry, so Boros Colors. I don't want to go for the map token. I definitely don't want to go for the map token just because they could just target the Siren, and then we're just kind of crap out of luck. That's kind of like a 2-for-1 essentially, so I don't really want to do that. I think we're just going to drop the little Blackstaff here and just go for our cute little robot spider construct here. And then we can kind of set up for the Zoetic Glyph on the next turn, depending if they tap out or not. I'm always really nervous. I always assume the worst. So they didn't even play anything, so they shocked themselves. And now I got a Den of the Bugbear. So now I kind of want to go for Den of the Bugbear just to get it down, because it's going to come in tapped no matter what. I know that's maybe not the best, because we still have the Blackstaff, and I think we're going to do this. Because I know it's like pretty obvious we could just go for the Zoetic Glyph. There is the White March. There is also, I don't know, I mean, I'm going to play it kind of safe here. If I didn't have the Blackstaff, I think I would just go for the Zoetic Glyph. But because we can do this, get the Den of the Bugbear down for the future, I think we're going to do that. I don't know, maybe that's not the best play, but the black. Okay, so there is the March. There is the March. They wouldn't have had to have gotten rid of the Sigarda's Aid if they did the token, right? Because that would have been just like a 0. Okay. So I guess my paranoia kind of plays off. Now we do have 2, so that's kind of nice. And we got the Den of the Bugbear down for the future. I think that was okay. Maybe it was a little bit too paranoid. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. They don't have another March, presumably, because they would have used it before we do that. But I'm always nervous about, like, Zoetic Glyph and Ensoul Artifact. Flanker. Oh, this card is actually standard legal. So just gain 2 life, scry 2. That's actually not that big of a deal. It's too small for my artifact. And it actually still trades poorly with my other 2 creatures. So it's actually not that bad at all. Yeah, it's got 1 toughness. That wasn't that threatening at all. Okay, so we got the kitty cat. Not that big of a deal. But like I said, you always got to be careful with the 2-for-1s there. With the Ensoul Artifact and the Zoetic Glyph. Alright. This is pretty good. I think we're just going to go in. Man, I can actually just go in for Den of the Bugbear. But I mean, I think that's maybe a little bit too dumb. Let's swing in. See if they're packing any sort of removal. I would assume so. Another kitty cat. Okay. I mean, it's fine. If they want to double block, we're going to get to Discover. I would assume they are. So they're at 12 life. Okay. Take them down to 10, and let's see what we discover. This is what I love about the Zoetic Glyph so much. We get a diamond pickaxe. Pretty good. Like I said, just being able to discover something feels pretty awesome. So I'm going to go for the Voldaren Epicure, and now we got to make a decision. Do we want to animate the pickaxe? I think we do. Let's go and animate the pickaxe. They're at 9 life. We've got the Den of the Bugbear that I took a pretty heavy investment for. I think it probably is going to pay off here. Okay, Nahiri. Hello, Nahiri. Heir of the Ancients. And they just get a 1-1. That's pretty weak sauce. You just paid 4 for a 1-1. Obviously, I know that like if you have the equipment, it could definitely get going, but this seems a little bit weak. So what do we do here? I mean, I think we just go for the Den of the Bugbear. I do like Den of the Bugbear a lot, and I think we just swing in for the face. I'm not really worried about the Nahiri too much. I think I just want to be as aggressive as humanly possible. Yep, and let's just keep going with the face. We are an aggro deck. We are trying to chomp you quickly, so they do chump block here. It's not going to be lethal, but we do have quite a bit. Let's not play the Shivan Reef, just because we could use that for, you know, the blood token fodder.
Nearing its end.
Alright, so there's searching here. Warrior and equipment. Let's see what they got here. Okay, so Colossus Hammer, that's cute. Colossus Hammer and double Colossus Hammer. I mean, I'm not opposed to that unless they have a cheap way to... Oh, a Scamp, and they just give it up. That's a cute... I see what they're trying to do. 6 Raziel 9. I'm probably gonna have to mulligan this. Yeah, I mean, we need something to be able to animate. That was just like Shrapnel Blast, Shrapnel Blast, Shrapnel Blast, Ensoul Artifact. That's gonna be a no-go. Let's see, what do we get? I think we might be a little bit greedy here. I think I might get rid of a land. I think I'm gonna get rid of a land. Yeah, let's be a little greedy here. With the Siren, if worst case scenario, we can go for a map token and search for another land by exploring. So I am being greedy, but like I said, this deck, we do curve out at 3 anyway. So they do a mulligan, as do we. So we'll go ahead and give them a friendly mulligan. Hello, everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan. All right, let's go for the Siren, just because Gingerbrute has haste anyway. So we might as well alleviate the Siren from summoning sickness and see how else we got. So the Karuga gives us a little bit of information about their deck, but not a ton. So Steam Vents, there we go. See, we got plenty of land. What are we worried about? What are we worried about? I think we want to go for the Darksteel Citadel, just to alleviate it from summoning sickness if we are going to animate it at some point. Go for the Gingerbrute, hold up the Fading Hope, or do I want to... Nah, let's just hold up the Fading Hope. Plus, they are holding up priority, so I don't really want to go for the map token just for a 2-for-1 to happen, so no. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Got the Fading Hope. We can always animate the map token. Herd Migration. I don't love that, just because life gain kind of puts us back in that regard. Don't love that. Don't love that. Let's see what you got here. I mean, what is that? I mean, obviously I'm very, like a Trax that kind of runs the herd migration stuff. So I would assume if they're running, you know, Mountain of Plains, Temple Garden, I'm assuming that's kind of what's going on here, but I don't really know. Again, I'm a little bit nervous about something like a, you know, some sort of like removal, some sort of spot removal here, because if we don't get the animation, it really does hurt, but we get it to go, which is beautiful. As long as we do that, I'm a lot better about the, oh, Leyline Binding, that's okay. So I'm a lot, see, why didn't they do that before? I'm pretty sure Leyline Binding is just a non-land permanent, so let's go for the Gleeful Demolition. We can actually just hit our Darksteel Citadel and just get 3/1/1, so that is actually wonderful. But yeah, like I said, that Leyline Binding, if that discovery, being able to discover when that thing goes away is so wonderful. That's why I like it so much, man. It's so good. I don't even know if I don't know if this deck would even, like, I don't want to say I wouldn't run it, but it would be a lot closer. Okay, so we got these little 1/1 cuties out here. I'm going to go for the Voldaren Epicure. Okay. A little nervous about Sunfall, obviously, and a little nervous about Emperor, but Emperor is actually not that bad. Considering that we have such a wide board, Emperor's a little bit more better for taller things. I think we're just going to go for the Spyglass Siren. I think I'm just going to go all out. If they've got the Sunfall, I think I'm just going to commit to losing. Like, that's a lot to ask. They'd have to have another land in Sunfall. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to... Ooh, and an Ensoul Artifact is going to be wonderful for the Darksteel Citadel, so we're definitely going to go for that. Alright, so, wow, so nothing doing. That feels good. Makes me a little bit nervous that they are just planning on this big fat Sunfall. So, ooh, a Chefet Monitor. I've seen this card vaguely. I think they just get a desert card. And, oh, they put it in the bath. Okay. Okay, and then they get to draw a card. Pretty good. That card's actually pretty good. I like it. Let's see if we get any sort of sweepage. Hopefully not. Quintorius. Oh, okay. Quintorius Discover 4. I think I'm in trouble. Hold on. Because Quintorius, and this is what I think it is, they're going to have like Spark Double and all this like copycat nonsense, and then they're just going to keep doing the Quintorius stuff, I think, right? Yeah, they give us a good game. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So they keep hitting us for 2, and then the next time they're going to hit us for 4, the next time they hit us for 6. They keep copying Quintorius. Yeah, they hit us with a good game. I'm gonna let them play it out. We'll just go ahead and see it. Oh my god, alright. And they even give us the zombie wave, so probably gonna have to edit this one too, just because it was a little long-winded. But you can kind of see the combo. I always wanted to get trampled by a stampede of Quintorii. Quintorii? But either way, yeah, the Mythos comes out to play, and that is going to be GG's. Hits us in the face. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So, Rain, how you doing here? Okay, so I'm going to keep this because we do have the Darksteel Citadel. As long as you got an artifact and something like some sort of animation thing, I mean, it's a keeper. So we got the Darksteel Citadel. The opponent does go for a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give him the friendly mulligan hello. Everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan. So let's go ahead and give him that little Tamio hello. Of course, how we do it. I think I'm going to go for the Darksteel Citadel first. We can still just go for the canal, and then we'll be fine. Oh, so Thoughtseize. Let's see what they take away. So we do have double Ensoul Artifact, so that's not that bad. Let's see if they take away the Gleeful Demolition. I don't think they will. They're probably just going to take away an artifact. Even though we only have one artifact to actually ensoul, or animate ensoul, whatever you want to call it. So let's see what they take away here. Do have the Gleeful Demolition, so that is kind of fruitful. I'm a little shaky on the Gleeful Demolition. They do get rid of the Ensoul Artifact, and now we got a Blackstaff of Waterdeep, which is kind of nice. A little bit later in the game, can kind of make use of that. Don't really think it's that great right now. I think we're just going to go... This might be a little greedy. I mean, Gleeful Demolition could be kind of okay, because obviously we play the Gleeful Demolition on the Citadel. Get our 1/1s, because they're going to have... The quicker we get those things out, is probably better. So I think, yeah, it's probably a little bit better to go for that instead. I have a little bit of a weird affinity, though, towards the Gleeful Demolition, because I think I'm going to take out the Gleeful Demolition for counter spells. I think I really am going to do it. The Gleeful Demolition just has been a little slow for my liking. This is not really a Convoke deck either. So, and they're not artifacts themselves. I mean, it is cool. It's not a terrible card by any means. I just think that a lot of times I see the Gleeful Demolition, and I'm like, man, if this was like a Spell Pierce, just like a Spell Pierce, or maybe like a Make Disappear, I think they'd be better. So I think I'm probably gonna redo the intro and redo this, just because I think I'm gonna probably switch those out after this game. But Focusher Giant, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm dumb, and they're gonna help me out here. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. And let's see what we got here. Blackstaff of Waterdeep is actually kind of on the chopping block as well. Ultimately, I don't think so. It doesn't have tokens that you can kind of animate. So that's its biggest... But it's only a one-of, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm running 4 of the Gleeful Demolitions. There's another Gleeful Demolition. Yeah, so I mean, I can't... You know... I guess, so like, we'll do like the test here. Would we rather have this be a Gleeful Demolition or like a Spell Pierce? I guess we'll see. I'm definitely just going to swing in here. If they want to pick off one of these little goblins, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. Short, we're going to do 6 to their face, which feels pretty good. And now we can go for the Shrapnel Blast next turn. So let's just go ahead for the Gleeful Demolition. Get some more damage on the board, which is, you know, again, we like that. And now we hold up the Shrapnel Blast just in case. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. And they just give it up. But yeah, if we could lock them out of a Spell Pierce, but it is what it is.